the table. Pamela. It's been a long time since I've
最近很多诈骗吗？
magic. Hold him there. Let's have a look. Well, thankfully his head hasn't decayed much and his brain is still intact. Nice clean cut. Cutting off his head of all people. I sure hope you know what you're doing.
要复活一个
Now, hold his
头
head under the
头。
water and don't let go. I mean it.
没有，打完了。
That's enough.
It worked!
Let me see him. Mimir? You there?
Yes.
Good.
Oh. Hello, Freya. Been a long time. You look well.
What I did for them. As far as I'm concerned, death suits you better.
弗雷亚是谁？哦，我想到了，我们那时候玩《魔物世界》有那个弗雷亚。
I'd bow if I could, Your Majesty. Forgive me. Had I known the witch in the woods was Freya herself, I never would have suggested this.
Freya? The goddess Freya?
You didn't know either?
Goddess Freya?
Sorry.
When word gets out that Mimir is free, the wrath of Odin won't be far behind.
You are God.
Leader of the Vanir once yet.
收到中奖，不要上班了，不要干了，妈的！咚咚咚咚咚。
Yes, but no longer.
You did not think it important to tell me.
Are you really going to lecture me about that?
那行。
We are leaving, boy.
But...
Now.
哪有？
You're welcome.
Why did you do that?
然后明天公司公布完之后，然后你就说老娘不干了。
I taught you nothing, boy.
But she's helped us a lot.
She lied.
Some people value
那
their
会是
privacy.
中了。
Best not to judge, brother.
When I require your counsel,
中
head,
都
I
讲，
will ask.
中都讲，
Get me to Tyr's temple in the
并
Lake of the
非
Nine,
中
and I'll get you
的
to
中都
Jotunheim as
讲，
promised.
We know the temple.
中都讲。
Only the last living giant in Midgard. Who better to tell us the way?
The world serpent? Wait, do you know how to talk to him?
Indeed. He speaks an obscure tongue more ancient even than these mountains. None are left in Midgard who speak it. Except, of course, for me.
You do?
It's true. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but Jormungandr is a sparkling conversationalist.
我好看啊，就只是因为当时演那部吧，我们什么一起追的什么，我也没看，因为本来就觉得他很不好看，我觉得。 我就觉得单纯就觉得他很胖，脸胖啦，不是整体胖，但是脸就胖啊，脸胖了就不会喜欢。没有胖，你没有胖，多。 因为听说有好几集，他们都说是电影版的等级。少少。你不会讲词穷的。
So, Mimir, why did Freya spin your face?
No. Speak of Balder. He claims nothing harms him.
Aye, Balder is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
The boasting of a god. Everyone has a weakness.
Not him, I'm afraid. Baldur is blessed with invulnerability to all threats, physical or magical.
You just said that, Mimir.
Did I?
What is the source of this power?
Well, as I recall, it involved a spell?
Mimir?
Parts of my brain must still be coming back to life. Just need a moment to finish waking up.
Hope he's not broken. Mimir, we're in the lake.
Perfect. Dock us near the bridge.
电影版我觉得我就不知道，电影版，也是。
Mimir, you never did tell me why Frey spit in your face.
Well, she blames me in large measure for her present circumstances, and not totally without reason. It all goes back to the long war between the Aesir and Vanir.
Enough. No stories. Not while on foot. Our focus is the road.
Completely understand.
Ed, how do we speak to the serpent?
There's a horn on a platform at the middle point of the bridge. Take me to it.
Finally, that horn.
打什么东西啊？什么东西啊？哦。
Good. Now put my lips to the horn.
就飞进去。在干嘛？咻！飞去达拉兰喽！快看直播，你看有蛇出来了。不用手机看。
Why is he doing that?
Odin had that statue made in honor of Thor. And seeing as the world's serpent
What?
absolutely abhors the fat dauber, he was probably sick of looking at it.
But doesn't that hurt?
Well, he and Thor have a bit of an unpleasant history between them. Or they will, anyway. I guess waking up to see it was worse than the thought of lumps
世
of
界
solid
之
stone
蛇说是
fastened
洛
to his
基
gullet.
做出来的
You
场
wanted to ask him?
做出来的，然后他跟所有都在打架。但是
Right, wish me luck.
因为那个头头要跟他讲话，没有，但没事，他是密米尔。
In I've still got it, lads. He remembers me. Why you?
对，
Oh no, that's not right. Mokuno.
他刚刚都说错了，你还听得懂？我这里就是装傻。但是是哦的音啊。在骂我。
He knows the pain of your loss. He will help you. Efniun Fokuar.
我看到在乱念。
What is it?
Nothing to be concerned about.
What is he doing?
Making sure we're heading in the right direction. Listen closely now. We need two things to get us into the land of the giants.
我要去找巨人
We
了
need。to learn the travel route that opens realm travel to Jotunheim. Second, we need to carve that rune into the special gateway.
That one of the people we first met you?
哦，
Correct. Except the giants, in their infinite wisdom, saw to it that no ordinary chisel would do the job. Only the tip of a magic.
我那时候眼睛做的蛮逼真的。
Luckily, I know where it is. It's not far.
He looked kind of mad for a moment.
Now that,
回啊，
I thought I said you were friends of mine. Forgive me. Never spoken the ancient
对啊，
tongue
刚刚
so
已
well.
经过去了。就那女巫啊，上次你应该有看到，这不是打一只猪，然后不是说一
The
只女
water's
巫。
dropped even further. You can see more of the realm towers and statues. I even see new
Oh.
places to explore along the shore.
Where is this
那
chisel?
就是说到是
Find me a
弗雷亚
boat, and we'll go from there.
啊，就是因为他好像被那个奥丁怎样放逐还是什么的，所以就隐居起来，跑到那个森林。要不然你先去洗澡吧，你明天不是还有那个？没有，就看你看色色，结束了，你可以去洗澡了。啾。我现在没有空了。
Ah, I can read what this says now. But it's a name. Air! Whoa! The name made it light up.
It's the name of one of the Valkyries. That's quite curious.
So when we get to the boat, we can either look for that special chisel now, or go exploring for a little while. I'm happy with whatever you want to do.
小小。嗯。嗯，好，拜拜。
Nightmare! What awful pest!
Sorry, kid!
Nice shot.
Found anything good in Fafnir's storeroom, like maybe a whetstone? And what do you have your eye on? What did we miss? How about you, young one? Suppose you could try keeping that clean? I think that's a keeper. And for you? What shall it be? Wear it in good health. That looks amazing. And what can I do for you? Something else for you, then? Now don't be a stranger. Sure.
Which way to the chisel?
Keep rowing towards the statues of the oarsmen, then thread past between them.
Maybe we'll find something we can use here. Let's come back. Hey, Mimir. Last we were in a boat, you had just started the story. What did you want to tell me about the Long War?
Prior to that, wars for the Aesir were easily won, but the Vanir had proved their equal and exacted devastating damage. Both sides suffered tremendous losses, and for many of us, quite frankly, war was simply no fun anymore, but a rather senseless waste of precious life. Wouldn't you agree, brother? Precisely. Enough was enough. And at last, Odin's most brilliant advisor became determined to find a more enlightened path. He set about to broker a peace between the gods. It took some convincing, but ultimately Odin was persuaded to marry his deadliest enemy, a certain Vanir goddess, legendary not only for her fertile beauty, but her genius at the very Vanir magic that Odin had long aspired to master.
Freya married Odin? What was in it for her?
It was a sacrifice to protect her people, a selfless act of love. Truly, she deserves better than she got. But of course, there's more to that story.
This is where the tower to Jotunheim should be. Feels strange somehow.
No doubt some arcane magics were involved. I would be not at all surprised to learn you were sensitive to that.
can't believe Odin and Freya were ever married.
Love and hate are more closely intertwined than you might imagine. And we'll pick this up later.
You were saying something about love and hate being...
Intertwined, yes. For instance, Odin hates the giants and they him. But Thor's own mother was the giantess Björgun, one of Odin's great loves.
So Thor's half god and half giant? Weird.
Once Björgun was gone, lonely ages passed for Odin. And as war with the Vanir raged, I could see what he really wanted beneath his bluster. And after no small amount of convincing, Freya agreed. And we'll pick this up later.
So what was it like when Odin and Freya got married?
For a while there, he really turned on the charm. He seemed happy. He seemed interested in making her happy. He granted her so many wishes I can scarcely recall them all. The peace held, and I truly believed all had worked out better than I could have planned. But Odin's true face showed itself again in the end. Oh, he won Freya's trust, and she taught him some of her Vanir magic. Another choice he would live to bitterly regret. Sadly, despite his wise counsellors' best efforts to persuade him that peace was the only true path to stave off Ragnarok, Odin never let go of his obsession with Jotunheim. The taste of Vanir magic led him to new forms of experimentation and new levels of depravity.
Okay. Obviously the marriage to Odin didn't last. But how did Frey end up a hermit in the woods?
Oh, that was a singular piece of cruelty. Even for Odin. As if the marriage wasn't punishment enough. Freya was better to him than he deserved. She stuck it out through all manner of indignity, all in the name of maintaining peace and safety for her people. But Odin's madness, his tyranny, his corruption of her magics, it became more than she could stomach, and at long last she broke off. I'll just tell you this story later. Fafnir. I always wondered what became of him.
Fafnir? Like your storeroom, Fafnir?
The very one.
But Sindri said he was a dwarf.
He was. And now he's a dragon. Funny how life works, isn't it?
He's chained up.
Perhaps we should keep an eye out for binding shrines and free the poor bastard. Aye, lads? He's no friend of mine. His little stroke, a constant source of annoyance amongst Aesir and Vanir alike.
And why free?
Trust the recently liberated brother. No one deserves to be held captive like this. Even a greedy little dwarf come dragon. Seen one of those before. They look like they walked straight out of hell.
Never answered the boy's question, Ed. How did this dwarf become a dragon?
Well, I don't know for certain, though I'd wager his penchant for stealing magical artifacts had something to do with it. Must have stolen a trinket from the wrong Vanir goddess. Changed since we last crossed paths. I had legs.
Boy.
Hold on. Let me read this.
go, you wee little bugger. Well, I think Dragon hasn't done much for his personality.
Hey, it's a fragment of a language cipher. We should look for more like this. Hey, Sindri, check this out.
My, we're excited to...
The travelers. Oh, disgusting. Smelly, covered in God knows how many little beasties, but gorgeous armor. Let's see if I can't make something more sanitary. Yes?
Let's get started then. Anything you need, young sir. Ah, what shall it be?
Have you made it out of Fafnir's storeroom yet? found anything good in Fafnir's storeroom? Like maybe a whetstone?
Hey, Sindri. Have you met Mimir?
If you mean the severed head that keeps blinking at me, please, keep it away. There is no possible way that's hygienic.
Oh, that's nice. Lovely to see you too, Sindri. Knob.
Why? Is that a piece of my braided mistletoe arrow adorning your quiver strap? Oh, a little memento of your good pal Sindri? I'm so terribly touched.
Wish Mom were here. What is this place?
Ah, could it be? The Eight Thrones.
Stop being coy, Head. Do you know this place or not?
I'm Mimir, the smartest man alive. I know many things.
Well, whatever this place is, it looks important.
To who? There is little of value here.
Poor Fafnir. There's a fine line between ambition and greed, you know.
Mimir, get to how Freya ended up living in the woods.
She'd finally reached her limit with Odin and broke things off. Odin's wrath was fierce, and his curses upon her were more than she dared to fear.
But her magic was so much stronger than his.
After so much time together, he knew her vulnerabilities and exploited them to craft curses she could never break.
Oh, like not being able to leave Midgard.
Worse still, he robbed her of her warrior spirit. Freya cannot fight, even to defend herself. No living thing may she harm by blade nor spell. In a world this belligerent, what choice does she have but isolation?
Poor Freya. I guess if I was her, I'd spit in your face too.
Aye, lad. So would I.
Taken from this realm too early.
You who walks among the living!
You want us to
Gulvig saved...
Really?
Boy, I can smell you. Boy.
They've taken 3 of sweet Gulvig's bones and spread them across the lake. Bring me her bones, child. Gulvig will reward you.
Good. The special chisel is ahead, past this gate.
Why?
Didn't you hear him? We could talk to Mom if we keep an eye out.
Look if you wish, boy. I will not be distracted by this fool's errand. This chisel we seek, what is it?
I'm glad you asked, actually. I have just the story for you. There was a giant once named Thamur. A very giant, who, despite his mountainous size, was without question the greatest stonemason this world had ever seen. Proud Thamur hoped to one day pass his vast knowledge on to his son. But young Hrimthur had the heart of a warrior. Perhaps the father had too much fear in him, or the son too little. Either way, A quarrel of theirs spiraled out of control, and the overworked stonemason, bonk, struck his son. Thor ran off into the night. Feeling shame and regret, Thamur chased after his son, but in his emotional state soon found himself wandering Midgard, lost and alone. Sadly, he caught the eye of the one person he didn't want to meet alone that night. Gone.
And what happened next?
You'll see.
Thor killed him. Oh no. He fell in a village?
Aye. When Thamur fell, he crushed a charming place famed for worshipping the Vanir god Njord. Thor always took credit for planning that one. The truth is, the sweaty ballbag just got lucky.